Welcome to The Last Stand. This is your host, Deletus, signing in. Today we are going to be going over the tournament that we just had last night, The Last Stand, Tournament 1. I'm hoping to have these tournaments every month, but either way, this was round 2. Round 1 was more of a preliminaries to determine whatever for the rest of the tournament. But we just wanted a higher level of skill for the second round forward, which was going to be here presented for you. Either way, we have as the yellow Zerg, Serenoc, that is apparently having issues with his drones, and up here we have the pink Trickyjello as Protoss. This matchup is the first one in the round 2. I think it ended up being round of 8, and then we had 4 buys because we had 11 no-shows for the tournament. Either way, it got real messed up real fast. But they are going out here to scout real quick. Seems like Trickyjello's a little bit ahead on his scouting, although there's nothing really for him to scout at the moment. I'm going to bring up the production tab for you real quick so that you can see exactly what they're building and their build orders. Nothing's really going on right now, although as you can see over there in the right hand corner that this is only a 10-minute game, so it's a pretty fast game. So either way, these rounds are best of 3, so hopefully we can see an ace match here, but he seems like he's just getting down his spawning pool at 12, which is pretty standard. A lot of people go for 14 pool, 14 guys are here, but Tricky over here just spinning around his probe because he has nothing else to do apparently. The APMs for the starting game match, they're both decent for Gold League and below. And over here we have the probe going up and gateway and another pylon going up. And the Overlord is just now making it over here to the other side of the base. I forgot to mention that round of 2, all matches are going to be starting on Steps of War, which is what this map is. And that was more because I usually have macro intense games on this map. I don't know why, even though in that there's a very short rush distance between the two. But unit wise, it looks like the Zerg players already fallen behind in the economy a little bit. Neither side has anything out yet, and it's closing in on the 4-minute mark. So going back to the production tab, we have the Zergling speed is being upgraded. The metabolic boost, yes, metabolic boost. And apparently this probe right here is having a heyday, just chilling out in the base. But there he goes, they're finally going to get him, as he is not being microed. Down here, he's going to get this other probe. Apparently my computer's lagging a little bit, but I don't know if that's going to show up on y'all's screen. I am sorry, I am working. I am going to try to build myself a new computer, which is going to be phenomenal, in my opinion anyways. But, anyways, he's coming down, Serenoc's coming down to do a expand at 19. That's late for me, but it's about on par. A little bit early for a lot of other players, but for him expanding this late, I would have thought that he would have had more units out than he does. Yeah, that just makes me kind of sad. But either way, the Zerg player over here. Now, I see a lot of. I called him a Zerg player. Wow, he's a Protoss player. I see a lot of Protoss players putting this pylon right here. I really don't like that unless you are fully expecting a 6 pool. That is the only time that I will do that when I actually play Protoss, which is not often, mind you. I usually put it back here and I'll block it off with the ramp with like 2 gateways or something like that. It's just like if he loses this pylon right here, he loses this gateway and whatever else he adds over here, as well as the cybernetic score. Although the cybernetic score isn't really that important if he loses it, but he does have his other gateways back here, and just chilling with his probe. I don't know why, but he has his warp gate technology about to be finished. Nothing has really gone on. The 6-minute mark is usually the magic number because that's usually whenever, at least in the Gold League and stuff, the aggression really starts to happen. Sorry about that, I had to clear my throat a little bit. But we have the Zerg player having his Zerglings over here to be able to determine whenever Trickyjello moves out, which is right now, apparently. And he's going to start moving over here. The hatchery is finally done. It's got its one drone up here. What he should be doing is Maynarding some of these over here so that he can get a shorter distance whenever he builds both from both hatcheries. Although he really should be upgrading this hatchery over here to a layer so that he can start getting higher tech stuff out. But right now the combat is beginning. And he's got several Stalkers versus Zerglings. Zerglings are a good counter to Stalkers, but you at least have to outnumber the Stalkers. At least. And he just doesn't have that, so he can't get any sort of surround on him. And if you can't get a surround on him, it's real easy to micro Stalkers and just totally devour Zerglings. But right now it looks like he's just trying to build up, but this pylon in here is going to let him just keep warping in these Stalkers, which is going to devastate him because he doesn't have a layer for the higher tech units. So I think that the battle's already been decided, personally, that Trickyjello is going to take it here, because I just don't see that there's anything that Serenoc is able to do from this point on. He just took too long teching up. Really just took too long on everything except for the hatchery up there. But he wasn't able to defend it. He didn't have his units out. It wasn't really a fast expand, at least on the Zerg's point of view. That would be like at 10. But yeah, this game's already over. He's pulling the drones off the line to try to push back the Stalkers, and they're just microing them like they're nothing. Well, I guess the drones are just passing by. But the Protoss player is actually supply block. Oh, I guess he did come up here and kill this pylon. So either way, that's all that he was capable of doing, and he has lost everything except for 2 Zerglings and 3 drones now. So it's just a matter of time before he GG's out. And he's saying something is strange. I don't see anything that happened that was strange, but whatever. Either way, it was a very fast game, very Stalker heavy game. I don't think I saw but the one Zealot that was blocking off the entry to his base, and he's lost both of his hatcheries now, as well as just chilling out. So either way, that's the game. I apologize for the long drawn out and the lack of the GG, so it's just going to continue until he destroys all the buildings apparently. Nope, there it is. Alright. See you all next time.